Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Matt and this is Punch Screens Golf. Today I've got a fun one for you. As you can see, I've got another projector sent over from my friends at BenQ to review for you, give you my honest opinion of it, give you the specs overview, demonstrate it with gspro, and hopefully maybe this will help you to decide on if this is the right projector for your golf simulator. First impressions, I've already taken it out of the box, but first impressions, I really like it. It's a nice, I like the black, definitely different. You don't see a lot of projectors in black, and I like the size. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna install it up here. I have a mount already above me. I'm gonna put it in, get it set up, and hook it up to my laptop. And I'll show you all the features. It's got a lot of great features. I'll go over the features in depth, and I'll give you some awesome demonstrations with gspro and a couple really nice golf courses. So stick around. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we're gonna jump right into it. Probably the most important thing for anyone is the price. So this retails at $1,099, $1,099 in US dollars. I've seen it directly in the BenQ website, and I'll link that below. It's also on Amazon. I've seen it kind of go in and out of stock a lot, so you kind of just need to keep an eye out for it, and I'll also link that below if you're interested in buying one of those to support the channel. So what it comes with is obviously the projector, a remote, which is down here, remote, power cable, and also the batteries, which is cool. The nice thing about this, and I'll do a nice overview so you can see what it comes with, but it actually has two HDMI ports, which I think is nice. A lot of projectors don't have two; they usually only have one. So having two is a big plus. It also has two USB ports, looks like a VGA in port, and an audio out. So it's got a lot of nice inputs to do to really cover any kind of need that you might have. So what I could see having two HDMI ports, you could have one for your laptop, so a long HDMI cable running from the laptop to the projector, which is what I have, and then another one for like a Roku or some kind of device like that, or like a game console. So that way you can get more than one use out of the projector. It also can be ceiling mounted, so I'm going to do that right above. It's very lightweight too, and it's small. So you've seen some of my other projectors; they're a little bit bigger. This is a nice compact projector, and a nice selling point of this thing, and I'll get into this in more detail, is that this projector is designed for small, tight spaces. So you'll see my garage is kind of small, like the ceiling. I only have 8.5 feet, and this is really meant for that kind of application, and I'll get into that in a minute here. Okay, getting into some of the actual specs of the device and I'm doing all this stuff now, so we can just get it up on the ceiling and get right into it. So I'm going to bookmark everything if you want to skip ahead into the video. This is a 1080p projector, LED projector. Now, some of you might want 4K. I personally don't run with 4K because my laptop isn't strong enough, and I visually I don't really see a difference given my application. But I know some of you do want 4K. So if you want 4K, this is not the projector for that. You're also going to spend a lot more to get a 4K projector, but I think 1080p is more than enough. It's 2500 lumens, which is great. I'll link my projector video below about explaining all of that, but the more lumens you have, usually the better. This is also a short throw projector, so it's 0.69 to 0.83 short throw. And that means that essentially, in layman's terms, you can put it closer to your screen with the same image. So a normal old school projector doesn't have that throw ratio, so it needs to be 10, 15 feet back, we'll just say. And the problem with that is if you don't have it high enough, you'll get a shadow on your image. This, you can put it nice and close. You don't have to worry about any shadows because it's so close, and the image still looks amazing. So that's kind of what you're paying for with a short throw projector is that throw ratio. It also has screen fill, which I'll demonstrate that, 2D Keystone, and corner fit. And I like all those features. My other BenQ projector has those features, and it's nice to get it to fit almost exactly on the screen. The other thing is you can also mount it off center if you'd like. A big thing about this one, tailored to the golf crowd, it actually has a golf mode. And what that does is it makes the colors look a little bit better, look more realistic, more accurate. So the grass will look like grass, the water will look like water, sand will look like sand. It just gives it a better color as opposed to some of the cheaper projectors, which I think is a great feature. And getting that kind of feature in we'll just say $1,100 projector is a big selling point. This thing too, which I think is great, it's because it's an LED projector. It's not a bulb projector. The LEDs won't die as fast as the bulb. So this can last by BenQ claims 20,000 hours. Now, I'm obviously not going to test that, but LED is much better than a traditional bulb. So you won't be buying bulbs all the time to replace your projector. You'll be one and done. 20,000 hours. By the time you finish that, you'll probably need a new projector anyway. That's a long, long time. So, and the other thing is it uses less power. It's claimed to use 15% less power. Typical projector, which is good. Another feature is it is Wi-Fi ready. Now, I don't have that. There's a separate dongle you have to buy to get Wi-Fi. But if you want Wi-Fi on your projector, you could do that. Now, I'm not going to demo that because I don't have the dongle, but it's a feature you can have if you're interested in that. All right, and I also want to talk about the filter-free. This has a filter, a dust filter built in, so it protects all of the components inside. That's big, especially if you're in a garage like me. I mean, I do my best to keep this garage clean, but it does get dusty. It's just, my wife parks in here, cars coming in and out, it's gonna make it dusty. Also, it does have easy aspect ratio switching, and again, I'm not gonna get into big things with aspect ratios. The thing I'll point out, my screen, it's a 4:3 aspect ratio. I think if I had more room, I'd go with the 16-foot wide enclosure, 10 feet high. That's going to give you a 16:9 aspect ratio, and that usually looks really, really good. I don't have that, but this projector allows you to switch between different aspect ratios depending on your situation. Finally, it does have some speakers on here, so we'll test those out and we'll see how those sound. But I mean, I'm not going to get my hopes up on projector speakers, but hey, it's nice to have something rather than nothing. So just to sum up, I think the key things you're getting out of this, you're getting the LED light, which will give you a long-lasting bulb, long-lasting colors, long-lasting light, 20,000 hour life. You're getting vivid colors, you're getting that golf mode, you're getting a small, sleek design, you're getting 1080p, and you're getting a really nice looking projector that's gonna meet the needs of your golf simulator, whatever launch monitor you're using. This is gonna meet that. And also you can use it for movie nights, you can use it for your gaming consoles, whatever you really want. So, maybe I'll hook up a gaming console and we'll see how that looks. Just a little extra thing. So let's get into it. I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna go ahead, set it up, and we'll come right back to you. And with the magic of editing, you won't have to sit through that. If you are interested in setting up a projector, I have a couple more videos on that, and I'll link in the description if you're interested in how to do that. And you can also check out my channel, you'll see them there. All right, everyone. So it's been a little while since I filmed that first part of the video. Being a dad with 2 kids, I'm a little busy, but I do now have the projector installed and I have the main screen of gspro up. I have all the lights on right now just so you can see what it looks like. And I'm gonna show you the projector and how it looks. First impressions, it was super easy to install. Just because I've kind of done this before and I used the same mount that I've had before with my old projector. So I was able to just put the new projector right on that same mount, same spot, and I already have it centered to the room and everything. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It looks nice sleek profile, really small, pretty quiet. I can hear the fan spinning a little bit, but nothing crazy. And I just really like the look of it. Okay, so excuse the mess of my garage, but there's the projector mounted right up. I know the wires look a little messy. This is just only a temporary setup for me, but you'll see there it is mounted right up. And I will link this mount in the description. But yeah, I mean, it looks really great. It's a nice size, and there's all the inputs in the back right there. So that's what it looks like. And something I want to call out, due to the way that this projector was designed and how the technology evolved, it actually can handle, and I talked about this in the beginning, but it can handle a close setup. So you'll see how close the ceiling is to the projector. There's really not much room here, and this projector specifically is designed to be able to handle that type of distance. So I don't have to angle up the projector. You'll see in one of my old videos, I actually had to point up my projector quite a bit to make the image work correctly on the projector screen. But because of this projector, I don't actually have to do that. It sits level, sits flush, and it just looks really good. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to walk you through some of the settings and features of this projector before I actually get into demoing a course. So I'll have all this bookmarked if you want to skip ahead. First thing, I don't know if you can hear it, the speakers of the projector actually sound really good. You can adjust the volume, and it's actually pretty loud. I was watching a movie on this earlier, and it sounded really good. So I'll turn it down for now just so you don't hear the birds speaking, but it's nice that it has a built-in projector, built-in speaker. A lot of projectors don't actually have that. We will now, I just wanted to show a couple things. So first off, I talked about the golf mode. So what this does is it automatically tunes the colors of what you're seeing here to be more accurate to the real world. So we'll put it back on the default settings, which I think were, oops. We'll just keep it on video. So, and I'll demo this better on the course, but just to show you real quick, if you want to see what it looks like. So there's just the default video settings. You know, I honestly think it looks good. Don't get me wrong, but I'd say the greens and you know, the browns in the back, they're kind of washed out a little bit. And I have this on high settings right now on my laptop, just for reference. So I'm going to go back, put it to golf mode, and there it goes. So without having to fiddle with all the settings, look them up, just changing it to golf mode, I think right off the bat, the green grass looks a lot better, a lot more vivid, more colorful, and it just looks better. And then also the mountains in the back look a little more brown and more what I would think they should look like. A couple other things here. So that's the picture settings. You can mess around with that. The other thing is the display, the aspect ratio. So this one I have it set to auto, but you can change it around. That's 4:3 if you want to see what that looks like. And that actually fits my screen. And I can adjust the settings above to actually fill this out, and you know, it'll fit the screen a little bit better, which I think I'm going to try that right now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do this live so you can actually see what I'm doing. But on the projector, there's a slider for the zoom feature. So I have it turned all the way down. Remember, my aspect ratio is 4:3. So, and this is a 4:3 screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom it. Look at that. We're filling the screen right there. Now, there's more we can do to fill the screen even more, but just with the actual settings of the projector, let me move the ladder out of the way. With the actual like physical adjustments on the projector, that looks really good. And this it did not take me long just to set it up to that, you know, aspect ratio. So I'm going to leave it at that for now, just to show you kind of a couple more things. We'll put it into 16:9. So if I wanted it like this, I would need a wider screen. It can still work at 16:9, and I think when I first pulled it up, that's what it was on. And you'll see on the sides here, it actually doesn't fit the screen. So I'd have to change the zoom to make it fit. And I'll go ahead and do that real quick, just so you can see kind of what I'm talking about. So, you know, if I change the zoom, there we go, and it actually fits a lot, you know, it fits nicely like that. Personally, I think the 4:3 looks better because this is a 4:3 screen. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back because I like that a lot better. So we'll do that. Now we can do a couple more things to make this image fit a lot better, thanks to the features of this projector. So we'll go ahead now. We'll get to everything, but I'm going to show you the 2D Keystone. So this is nice. If I had the projector mounted off to the corner like I do my other projector, which I'm not going to talk about in this video, but if I would have put it over to the side over here, what it does is it allows you to angle the image, so it will so even though you're off to the side, you can still get a flat image projected on the screen. Just to show you kind of what I mean. So you know, it's not going to come out good, but say it was like angled off over to the right or the left, I could do that, and that would actually change how it would look. So I'm not going to do that, but just so you know, that is a nice feature to have, and it's actually really nice. And I personally don't like having my projector directly in front because I just get worried that I'm going to hit it, even though it's not going to happen. I think just mentally, when you're trying to swing your golf club, you don't want to have anything in the way that you think you might hit, which you're not going to hit, but just mentally, you don't want something in the way there. And the nice thing about this, you can actually do an auto Keystone. Now, it's not going to work because of where it is, but I actually had played around with it earlier, and it does work pretty good. So another nice feature you can have there. So this is cool, the corner fit. I like this, and I like how BenQ projectors have this. What this allows you to do is you know, it's not going to come out really good right now, but say I was, you know, see how right now it kind of fills the screen pretty good, but say I was, you know, a little bit off on the corner, and I wasn't fitting perfectly, what I could do is you'll see how the corner starts to go this way towards the right, and that allows it to fit better on the screen depending on your situation. So I think what's nice is having those features to fit to any really you know, setup you might have at home. So I'm going to leave that alone, but you can do that on all 4 corners, which is really, really cool. Resizing. So this is cool. This is digital zoom and digital shrink and shift. And what I'm gonna think this will allow me to make the image fit a little bit better into where I'm trying to fit it. So we'll go ahead. All right, so there we go. So I'm not gonna do it, but say you wanted, if you want to zoom in your image, you could do that. I'm not gonna do that. And that's kind of cool. So say you want to just like show a certain part of the screen, you could zoom in on that part, and then this box in the bottom here kind of lets you adjust what's being shown. So we're gonna put all that back because I don't really want that. Okay, put that back. And then now digital shrink and shift. So this is nice if you're in that situation where you're mounted off to the left or the right. You can shift the image or shrink the image to fit onto the screen better. Again, I don't need to do that here because I have this nice 4:3 screen, which matches my projector aspect ratio, but something you can do. And then you can also shift the image. See, I can go left, I can go right. But we're gonna put all that back because I don't really wanna use that. But again, these are features that higher end projectors have, and it's nice that something at this price point, it has those features. And again, this is the lens shift. If you have your projector mounted off to the right, you can do that. So projector installation, this is important because, so I have mine set to front ceiling. You can put it, if you have it on the ground, you can put it, actually if you have it behind the screen, you can do rear ceiling. If you have it on the ground, you can do, that's table rear, table front. So if I had a projector right there, obviously for Golf Simulator, you don't want that. Okay, something I do want to call out. I have this projector connected directly from HDMI cable from the projector to my laptop. Now, there is a wireless, you can have a wireless connection, so from an iPad or something directly to a projector, which I think is an awesome feature. However, you do need to get a wireless dongle for that. It's purchased separately, so just something to keep in mind. I don't want you to buy this projector, think you can connect it wirelessly, and you actually don't have the dongle. So just something to keep in mind. Now I use a Roku when I used to do wireless projection. So Roku with AirPlay works just as well. So just something to keep in mind. That's the overview of the settings, and I think it's very easy to figure out and configure to whatever your setup might be. Now BenQ is marketing this projector obviously for presentations, but really for golf simulators like myself, people that want to have a golf simulator, they need a projector that doesn't break the bank. And I honestly think, so far from what I've seen, this does the job. And the nice thing about this is how good it looks colors wise. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and look at a couple courses so you can get a sense of how it looks. But just from looking at it with my own naked eye, I think it looks really good. And I'd be perfectly happy with this, for my own setup. So let's check that out. Okay, what I want to do now is I'm going to take a couple practice swings on the range just so you can see the animation and how clear the projector, shows the image as you take swings on the practice range, and then we'll go to a couple courses and we'll demo those. Okay, decent swing right down the middle. So yeah, I mean, that looks like a pretty smooth image to me. I am on high graphics settings on the laptop, which I do have linked below. That was a little not great. Okay, so you'll see though, I think the numbers look really crisp. It's really having no problem at all projecting this image. We'll do one more. All right, that was probably my best one. All right, I like it. Okay, so 113 with pitching wedge. I'll take that all day. All right, so now we're gonna go to a course and we'll flip right over to that. Okay, so we're gonna play Bandon Dunes. I just went to the first hole. I like this because it shows a lot of different grass types. You get the rough over on the left, the fairway, and even actually a building over to the right. So you get kind of a good sense of different graphics, different colors. I think it looks phenomenal. I feel like I'm there. So let's just see what it looks like. All right, that was actually a really nice drive with no warm-up. All All right, I'll take that all day. And I have my golf bag way over there, so I need to go get it. All right, so now you can see, now we've got some bunkers to look at, some trees, different grass, and actually I think it looks really, really good. Let's just get the remote and we'll flip back to color modes so you can kind of see the difference of what I'm talking about. So let's go put it back to video mode. And yeah, I mean, that, I hope you can see this on the camera. It looks very, very yellow, very washed out compared to the golf mode. So I think the golf mode does a great job adjusting the colors. Let's go back to it. Okay, golf mode, there we go. Oh yeah, now I feel like I'm home. That looks a lot nicer. So another thing I've noticed is other projectors can kind of give you some interference due to the fans and all kinds of things. Just interference with the Garmin specifically because it's a radar-based system. I've noticed I haven't had that issue with this projector. So, you know, kind of a minor thing, but I don't have to worry about blocking those signals like I did on my other projector. This one really no interference at all. So let's see how we can do here. All right, not the best ball, that's for sure. Again, I haven't exactly warmed up today. So I just wanted to really show this video, but we'll keep going. We're 74 yards away. Something just fell. And I'll just get a wedge. And actually, it's been a while since I've played on the simulator. I've just been kind of busy, but doing it for you guys. Oh, that was just terrible. Sculled it. Oh, that's interesting. It stopped like that, but we'll take it. That's called getting very lucky. So there it is, double bogey to start. Awesome. So this is cool because I'm going to play this hole because it's a par 3 and I can't pass it up. But again, I do like how this really showcases the different types of grass types. You get the nice grass on the tee box here. Then you go back a bit further. You've got the rough, like the what's that called? Like just the brush, I guess. And then you can see the green off in the distance. So it's nice to be able to see the difference very clearly. The other nice thing is this is 1080p, and honestly, my laptop has not struggled at all running this, and it looks great. 1080p graphics. You can go up to 4K. You're going to pay for it, but 1080p looks pretty good to me. All right, didn't really like that swing, but it's going to work. I don't think we're going to get on the green for an auto putt, but we will just chip it on. I'm just going to use my 7. I don't feel like going to get my other club. But again, the nice thing I like about gspro is it gives you the visuals of the green, kind of how it's, I guess, the contours of it. Another thing I like is the heat map. So I think if I press Y, yeah, so cool thing, I think the projector does a good job showing the color difference on the map down here and also on the green itself. So the blue being the low ground, green lower, yellow is pretty much like flat, red being high. So I like that feature. And the projector can show that accurately without an issue. So we'll just do a little bumping around. Obviously it'll be too much, but not really focused on the golf right now. Just really focused on showing you this projector. I hope you guys liked that video and you really like this projector. Now, if you have the budget, if you're looking for a mid-range budgeted projector that's gonna last you a long time, it's gonna give you a nice 1080p image, accurate colors, long life, 20,000 hour LED life, small, a nice looking projector, doesn't take up a lot of room. If you have a low ceiling like this, something that's gonna work in that. If you need something mounted off center, something that's gonna work in that situation, this projector is the one you should get. Now, if you're interested, I have a link on Amazon to the product, or you can buy it directly from BenQ. I have noticed it goes in and out of stock a lot, so just depending on availability, you can pick it up, especially for this upcoming winter. You're gonna need something for your golf simulator. I think $1,100 is a great price, and you get a lot for that. Now, I will link the link to the product. I will link the link to BenQ, their website, for all the detailed information about this projector. But if you have any questions at all, also feel free to reach out to me. If you like this video, remember to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Tell me if you went with this projector for your golf simulator or you ended up going for another one. And I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I had a lot of fun making this, and thanks again for watching. See you next time.